So I don't disagree with you because I started off in sales. The last job I had before I do what I currently do, I was in finance.
Nice.
And my biggest gripe, which is similar to yours, is respect. I literally can't deal with the work politics, having to kiss someone's ass, this, and I hate it. Like, it's not meritocratic. It's like, it's not what you know, it's who you know, who you can rub shoulders with. So, and for me, it's not right. It made me physically sick. So I left the workspace to go self-employed in aspects of the construction space, and I have a lot more freedom. My mental health, my mental being is just, I feel like I'm more attuned.
Yeah.
And again, it allows me to have more opportunity to do the stuff that I want to do on the side and grow. But then I'm also of the notion that in order for the society that we currently have to work, we can't have a situation where, you know, a lot of people are entrepreneurs and people don't want to be in the workplace no more, because then it tips the balance in the wrong way.
Yeah.
I'm of the idea that we need to respect people more, and there needs to be more done in the workplaces to make sure that people are respected. I remember watching one of your videos and you said something about the trap that, you know, directors set, where they say, you know, my door's open, just come and tell me whatever.
Yeah.
And then they come in and tell you, that's a way to get you out the door.
Yeah.
Completely agree with that, because I've experienced that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so have I, yeah.
So it's definitely real. But at the same time, because of the type of generation that we have now, where everybody thinks that they can be successful and everybody wants to be an entrepreneur, regardless of what it is, I think it's very unrealistic, because what it does is it sets unrealistic standards for people. And then when people don't meet those standards, that's when the mental health starts to kick in and they fall into this cycle of perpetual issue.
And going on that mental health, a lot of people think they're more special than they are. I know that everyone thinks they are special, but the reality is I'm always a believer in the market doesn't lie. Like, I see in so many different industries, like, the market doesn't know what they're talking about. The market always knows what it's talking about. They always know what they want to consume. So if you're not having an impact, your idea is simply not good enough. And a lot of people can't handle that they might not actually be good enough. And I see it because I've come from competitive sport. A lot of people, when they don't make it as a pro athlete, they go into a spiral because they struggle to deal with the fact of they're not actually good enough, when from wherever they've been told by modern society, you can be whatever you want to be. The reality is, you can put in so many hours into something and you have to sit with, you're not good enough. That doesn't mean you can't make money, but it's time to pivot. But people can't deal with that they actually might have to pivot, and this isn't your bag, so to speak.
Well, this is the back of that is exciting, because if you want to learn, you can just go apply it. Like, we have so much available to actually go out and create your own market. Because I would say, obviously you mentioned the market doesn't lie. Look, if you wanted to create a business, or you wanted to create a little side hustle, or you wanted to get into an industry, whatever it is, it's, regardless, if you learn about it and you consume it and you really become the individual that knows everything about it, then you become of value. You put your own price tag. So, for example, I do one-to-one consultations, and that's in a select few areas. The more I niche, the more I do proof of concept. And proof of concept is the more I'm showing people. You know, I'm showing people at the moment how you can go from 0 to 10K on TikTok. I'm showing it the whole way through. If any of you join any of my lives, I'm very open with my finances and stuff like that. Proof of concept. I'm no one special. Everyone can do that. You know, some people will go, well, you can't get on camera. It's confidence, isn't it? To get on to do this is confidence. I bet your intros weren't as good as they are now, like just like mine. You know, so you learn it. So everyone has the ability. I would say I slightly disagree in terms of everyone expects everything now. I think what it is environments. This is a positive environment. It's environments. It's who you're around. It's who you're listening to. It's who you're consuming information from. If you're around 5 people that have no interest in building something successful or having something other than the norm, or they want to gossip, or they want to talk about negativity, you are going to fall into that pattern. Look, my life was very different 10 years ago. I didn't used to talk like this 10 years ago. I talk very clear now. I've got great circles around me. It wasn't like that 10 years ago.
I had to develop.
I had to develop. I'm covered in head to tattoos, head to toe in tattoos. I used to be a skinhead. I used to look very violent.
Oh, you used to be a skinhead?
Yeah, I used to be.
I can see in your eyes.
Yeah. I used to be. But I used to be very different. But you know, people will listen to me now, and they'll make a judgment on me now. Mm-hmm. Why did we start Peak Performance? You know, we started Peak Performance, one of the companies, to.
What do Peak Performance do, by the way?
We're one of the fastest growing networking events in the UK. We've got Alan Sugar on board. We've got some big names on board.
Congrats.
You know, that is a space where we've created a fun, exciting, informative space. You can check it out on the Instagram page and have a look at some of the promos of our events. They're insane. And that's a place where it doesn't matter what background you come from. You could have left prison. You could have come from a gangland. You could have come from a council estate. You could have come from everywhere, because the opportunity is not, there's no discrimination from where you come from. Everyone has the same opportunity. We're all playing a game of poker. You might have a different hand to me, you know, but you might have to bluff your way through to win, but you still can win. And winning means something different. You know, what is success? Like, what is success?
Everyone have their different metrics.
What is success? Is it financials? To me, success is being able to come here and sit here with you guys and talk about conversations like this. That's what it is, because the goalpost always moves. So I'm just, you know, for me personally, it's all about the awareness of if you change your circles, you think positive, and you want a little bit more, it's there for the taking.
I agree. The only slight bit that I'm not necessarily concerned, but I do honestly believe that the way social media and a lot of these, let's just say social media and the kind of corporate environment pushes that, when it comes to entrepreneurship, there's this notion that everybody can be successful in entrepreneurship. That, you know, if you start your TikTok, you do this and do that, you're gonna be guaranteed success if you just do certain things. And that's just not the reality.
No.
I'm reading a book called 365 Days of Self-Discipline, and one of the things it says, which I believe is the case, is that, you know, if you do all the hard things in life, then you have an easy life, and if you do all the easy things in life, you're gonna have a hard life.
Yeah.
But I think not a lot of people understand this. So I was then reading some stats and statistics around success rates, and this person outlined all the news media that basically says, look at these young successful entrepreneurs. You got your Mark Zuckerbergs and your Jeff Bezos and basically drew a comparison and basically said, look, it's a myth. The young successful entrepreneur is a complete myth. So we need to stop selling this idea that you could be young and successful. This stuff takes time. So the average age that entrepreneur becomes financially successful in terms of building a successful business is around the age of 45. But people seem to think that you can do that in your 20s. And then even when you quote the Mark Zuckerbergs or the Jeff Bezoses or even Steve Jobs, he was 51 when he made the iPhone. Amazon only became successful when Jeff Bezos was when he was around 45. So all these things take time. One of the important things to jump on, and if you want to be successful in business, and this is why I believe to some degree, if you're intelligent with the trajectory you're heading towards, you could start off in a corporate environment. Let's say you're there for 10 to 20 years. I'd hate that, but let's say you are.
Yeah.
Your level of understanding of the business and the dynamics that goes on in the workplace will be on a different level compared to someone who's just got passion and motivation and just wants to go out there and try and do something. So I think the message and how we push it needs to be consistent with the reality for what people are looking to achieve. And I don't think it is at the moment.